Well, welcome. I should have rung the doorbell because we added a doorbell, but it's so obnoxiously loud I don't want to. It'll surprise the owner. But today we have a fun video to document this beautiful transformation of this post-war apartment that was really very dated and left in the 80s, and we're just totally excited to have transformed it. We had to change everything, change things, but leave things the same. So we're going to go through closets, and here you can see the light kind of come on in here, but we had to leave the closet interiors. They're all built out with some nice cedar backs. We had to move the electric panel because it wasn't to code, and we had to put it behind the door in the other room, drop the ceiling throughout to add light, which we didn't have here, add the smoke detectors. And this was an odd building because the super in the building was very difficult and made my life a little scary to be confronted in a way that is a little bit aggressive, and to the point where I wasn't sure what was going to happen. But we survived all of it, and I think we transformed a beautiful space for Ben. So we raised all the door heights to make the illusion of taller height, and when we get to the other rooms you'll see the tandem pocket doors and things that we did to convert this 2-bedroom into a much bigger open space, but still have a den that we can close for privacy. What I love about the kitchen, and we will cut into the kitchen, this was, when we took the shop from the other direction, closed in behind a wall, and it felt so dark and so closed. And after we get done with the shoot today, I will meet with the owner. He's seen the renovation part, but not the whole thing with furniture and everything, and it's really fun to be able to do all of that and then see it today when we're shooting it. I love the porcelain floor. This one is a beauty because it looks like it's veined. It looks like it's got slate. I'm not sure what the marbling would look like, but it really looks real. We've used Shinoki, which is a wood veneered product that we like a lot. It's usually pretty durable, and I happen to love the color of this oak with the floating shelves and a ceramic backsplash. We really love this countertop is Cambria. I'm pretty sure it's Cambria because it's an unusual color and pattern. All of my, I have all my inserts in the drawers, and we have, a single garbage roll out here, which is very hard to do in a New York apartment. That's about all we have room for, even though they have the garbage trash rooms on the floor and washer dryers on the floor. But what's particularly nice about this is that we created an open floor plan. And for a single guy in his late, almost 40, I think it became important for him to be able to have a place where he could sit, work on his laptop, cook, do whatever. So we added the USB-C ports in the outlets here that are important, and then created a great living space. So I am a believer in creating a room usually with a rug and with the placement of furniture when it's open. And so the shape of the furniture makes it feel very zen and very tranquil, and love the swivel chairs. These are our house, as is the walnut coffee table. We absolutely love it. And also that sofa. Went online for some of the ombre color in the carpets, which we like so much. This is a Watambu rice paper light from Germany on a plinth base, and the goal was to have this feel very zen, a very zen, tranquil environment, and I think we've achieved that. I had to keep the client's floors, which I didn't want to keep. I really wanted to go lighter, and that would be truly more of a Japandi style. But love the oak table. We have a big leaf that turns it into 6. This one is Crate and Barrel, and these also love the fabric and comfort of these chairs. It's the kind of place where you can hang, and I think you're just gonna feel like you don't need to leave. We particularly like, this is the den and the guests. What I love about this is our tandem doors, because they really are just so easy to operate. And there's privacy on the side. So if you have a guest that comes over or just wants to hang out, there's privacy. And then the hall bath here is the public bath, which was, when we cut in some of the before pictures, it's like it came from another world. So this is the one bath that had the bigger They're both 5 by 7. This might be 5 by 8. And the difference in this one was that in both bathrooms, we have a towel warmer. I mean, I think I put everything I could think of in here. New heated floors that are radiant heat. This has a beautiful soaking tub, which will do the B-roll because it's Victoria and Albert and ergonomically has the perfect soaking bath thing. What's important about the door in here, which you can't see because it's so tight, if I close the door, there's half of this door that swings over the toilet so that when you're bathing, you don't feel like you're trapped behind the glass. The faucetry is interesting because I think it's Newport brass. I'm almost sure that it is, but it's got a very steampunk feel because it's got the gnarled details on the bolts and things that make it feel steampunked. I always have my electric Roburn doors, which are just a clean polished line, and we went with LED lighting that's warm. The tile is porcelain. Both of these are onyx. This is matte. This is polished, and I like the polish because it really captures the feeling of onyx, and it doesn't have the opacity that onyx would have if you backlight it, but it's absolutely beautiful. I think we're the masters of perfection in terms of how I finish my corner detail, with the edges, and everything about it to me is my signature of style. Clients' decisions about some colors, but in the end, I try to put my finger, my taste, I think you can see in the selections that we make here. We went with Crate and Barrel. We have one more in the in that open space, the bar cabinet. We're gonna have to go for the 4th time. I don't know what's with the people today that manufacture. It's just so frustrating. But in here, this is definitely a Crate and Barrel sectional that we decided to leave open because it makes more sense to me to have a space where you can still get access to your PTAC units. It's floating a little bit on the carpet, so if someone wants to crash, it's long enough for someone who's 6'2" or 5" even. There's 2 more pillows that are coming to match this storage ottoman. So we pull the color there. The lighter color blends in pretty well with the carpet. I have to say that I do love the carpet. This is a synthetic, and it will last forever. Love the design within reach. Most of his, he doesn't need these are the strongest magnets ever. This cabinet's solid wood, walnut. I know he doesn't have anything streaming, but he doesn't have anything with cable modem boxes, but he has streaming. So the TV, one TV goes here and the other one goes on the dresser in the other room, and it's in the primary bedroom. There's a desk. We moved the wall over so that I could have a corner desk. There was back and forthing for a while about whether this would raise. So it isn't, but you can see, I think you can see in the video that we use these solar panels with the opacity so that we can see out through the skyline. We're looking over Nomad Park, and we can see Jeff Bezos' top 3 floors over there. Walk-in closet with another pocket door. We have a little boo-boo here, the bender for the hardware. Forgot to place, I ordered it, but they didn't place the order, so we're waiting for this flush pull that takes 16 weeks. Absolutely love this little light. This little light is so exciting because it's so easy to operate. You turn it off, turn it on. As I can't get, oh yeah, and there's a dimmer switch on the top, which you can see is just your finger sliding on it. So perfect for this lighting you want to have for reading, but you don't want to have it take over the space. His I Made It fantastic Ames chair that I am thrilled to death that he decided to let me persuade him into, and I think he'll love it. The blue indigo upholstery, you don't usually see this, and I think it's a phenomenal change from the leather. Still love the hard shell, and that's specific wood, but I think the upholstery makes it just a pretty spectacular finish for a very current guy in Manhattan. So let's go take a look at the primary suite and see how we finish that space. Okay, so now in the grand finale, we have, I think, a very nice sized primary bedroom, and we had a lot with all of the drop ceilings that I didn't talk about earlier in terms of designing for light and using these LED. They're probably at 2700 and allowed us to run all the new wiring because we have all these wired window treatments, which I'll show here and how they work. But they're running throughout the apartment, and some of them are closing and opening to the side that helps us open. These are luminette, they're vertical. Again, I thought more interesting to have them here, and we'll just show you how they work because they're slatted. And you still can have room darkening. I'm going to open them first. They're on a pebble, which I labeled on the back for each room because they're all white. And you can press all or press one or two. And the thing that's lovely about them is, you can have it privacy or not. And it's easy to close the vanes once they close so that you have room darkening, which we'll do now. But the beauty of wiring, what we've done through everyone, so they're wired to the right. They have a little low voltage wire up here and over there, and they're wired on each one of the shades depending on the type of shade. The roller shades that are solar have a different place for wiring. So we have, we did crate and barrel here, which I think are lovely. We've had hit or miss with some of the other things. This has had to go back because there's a problem with the finish, but we wanted to have a bed, just a bed chair, whether he puts it over here or just someplace. Ideally, I always want it by the closets, but we don't have the space here, so we did it that way. Again, a carpet that, my rule of thumb is I want to put the furniture on the carpet, and we're able to usually place all of the bedding and the headboard and the nightstands so that they sit on the carpet. This is Thuma, and we absolutely love this bed. He got a Sattva mattress, but what we love about this bed is that it's joinery. So everything is put together, and it was really very simple, very easy. We had, I had, my crew and team that came in with me and loading in, we're always placing the carpets first, and I'm always directing, just like I direct the renovation of what we're going to do. So we literally moved everything in. The first day was 5 hours, and it was less than 5 hours, and we had everything placed. And then the next day we had to come for some other finishing things like hanging the floating shelves in the other room. And we still have a tiny retouch to do with the restoration specialist, which I'm going to talk to, probably see him tomorrow, I believe, or Thursday at 12. Tomorrow or Wednesday, I'm not sure, it's in the calendar. But I want to show you the closets, and last but not least, the primary bath. So primary bath. One of the things that was challenging about this apartment, and I'll just show you from here, is that there were a lot of built-ins, and they all have cedar backs and seem to fit what Ben had, the client had, Ben. So we changed some of them to have lighting that's open with the magnet relay switches on the top, which is always my signature. We changed, again, all the doors to be the same heights to optically feel like this is just a much bigger space. And it does, it makes the space feel taller. We put in the big ass white fans on both sides, and what's really fascinating to me is that when you open the windows in the apartment facing east, and this is south, you have west and south, you have an incredible breeze. The cross ventilation is great. This little guy right here is actually a doorbell. It's a Wi-Fi doorbell, so you don't necessarily have to hear it in here. If it's too loud, you just take it out, and it's just all driven by Wi-Fi. The bathroom, again, we have another one of those lovely space-saving pocket doors, which I think when you don't have space, you don't want to struggle with which way is the door going to open. And we have a classic 5x7 bathroom here. And in this bathroom, what I think is phenomenal is I have my custom vanity with the drawers that wrap around, and they fit right underneath this Vogue towel warmer, so there's no traffic jam, which is amazing. The new heat floor which is a radiant floor. The owner supplied his own bidet seat, so we had to fix that because the tank mechanism for flushing on the remote, the little magnet remote is here. We put it on the vanity wall so that you don't have to struggle for it. You don't have to see it when you're not using it. We have an electric Roburn cabinet, which we have the B-roll for you to see later. And I think we placed the towel bar in the shower, the double towel bar, and then this phenomenal, I don't often do these, but this is a sliding glass enclosure with a towel bar arm on one of the doors. And this is half-inch Starfire glass, so this is the only sliding door system with a soft close, which is fabulous, that really works because this is so heavy. And again, we've got the same cubbies in the shower. I think it's fun that he chose to have the wall-mounted holder for the hand shower, and it kind of fit his industrial kind of steampunk look as a minimalist kind of person that wanted to have warmth. And I think we've achieved that in our design. We have an incredible space that he's going to see with me today at 4:30, so it's going to be ciao for now, and I'll see you on the next.